Ladies and gentlemen over 50, let's be honest, when was the last time intimacy truly felt electric? I mean the kind of connection that makes you feel alive again. Not just okay, but powerful, fulfilled, glowing. Here's the truth no one wants to talk about. After 50, your body changes. Hormones drop, circulation slows, sensitivity fades, and that spark you once had, it can start to flicker out. But here's the secret. It's not your fault. In fact, science now shows that with just a few simple position changes, you can reignite that passion, increase natural lubrication, and even boost blood flow to the most sensitive areas. No pills, no painful gadgets, no embarrassment. Today, we're revealing 4 sex positions proven by science to give women over 50 intense body-awakening orgasms. These positions don't just enhance pleasure. They restore confidence, closeness, and vitality in your relationship. And yes, they're completely safe, even if you've got joint pain, menopause symptoms, or haven't been intimate in a while. Dr. Melissa Monroe, a senior wellness specialist, will walk you through the real biology behind these sensations and how couples over 50 are rediscovering their natural rhythm again. So before you reach for another pill or think your best years are behind you, stay with me, because what you'll learn in the next few minutes might just reawaken your body's forgotten energy and change how you experience pleasure forever. Now, before we dive into the details, let me introduce the voice guiding you through this transformation, Dr. Melissa Monroe. Dr. Monroe is a board-certified wellness and intimacy specialist who spent over 20 years helping men and women over 50 reclaim their vitality, confidence, and pleasure, naturally. Her approach blends science-backed research with holistic health principles, focusing on how hormonal balance, muscle tone, and circulation all play vital roles in intimate satisfaction. She's seen it firsthand. Couples who thought passion was over rediscovering connection simply by understanding how their mature bodies now respond to touch and movement. And science agrees. Research from the Kinsey Institute and Harvard's Department of Human Sexuality confirms that the right body alignment and pelvic angle can increase female arousal intensity by up to 60%, even in postmenopausal women. Dr. Monroe's goal is simple: to help you feel good in your body again, without shame, without confusion, and without relying on chemicals or prescriptions. So if you've ever felt like something's missing, that spark, that deep, satisfying release, stay tuned. Because what we're about to uncover is more than just technique. It's about rewiring your body for pleasure and energy at any age. Let's start with a truth most people never hear. Pleasure isn't lost with age, it simply changes form. And when you understand how your body changes after 50, you can work with it instead of against it. The science of pleasure. After 50. After menopause or andropause, your body begins to shift. Estrogen and testosterone levels drop. These hormones don't just control mood, they regulate blood flow, muscle tone, and even nerve sensitivity in your intimate areas. Less hormone balance means less circulation, and less circulation means less sensation. Think of your body like a beautiful garden. When it's watered regularly, everything blooms. Soft, alive, vibrant. But if the flow slows, things start to dry out. That's what happens to many people over 50. Not because they're broken, but because their internal irrigation system has slowed. Now here's the good news. Your body can relearn how to awaken those pathways. Science calls it neuroplasticity, the ability of your brain and nerves to form new pleasure connections. And the easiest way to do that? Through movement, touch, and, yes, certain sexual positions that enhance pressure, blood flow, and emotional safety. Why traditional positions don't work as well anymore. In your younger years, you may not have needed to think much about angles or comfort, but as joints stiffen and circulation shifts, what used to feel good might now feel awkward or even painful. For many women over 50, the main challenge isn't desire, it's response. Positions that compress the lower back or put strain on the hips can block blood flow to the pelvic region. The result? Numbness, dryness, and a frustrating lack of climax. And when sex becomes physically uncomfortable, the mind associates it with stress rather than relaxation, shutting down arousal even further. Dr. Monroe explains it like this: it's not that your libido is gone, it's that your body's route to pleasure has changed. Once you take the new path, everything lights up again. The mind-body connection. You didn't know you had C. Pleasure isn't just physical, it's deeply neurological. When your brain releases dopamine, oxytocin, and endorphins, you experience not just orgasm, but bonding, calmness, and vitality. But here's the catch. If you're stressed, anxious, or self-conscious about your body, your nervous system can't relax enough to let those chemicals flow. That's why so many people over 50 say, I want intimacy, but my body doesn't respond. In reality, it's not about desire disappearing, it's about safety. When you feel emotionally and physically safe, your brain says, okay, we can open up now. The right positions are the ones that combine pleasure with comfort, removing pain, insecurity, or awkward tension. Hormones, muscles, and movement. Let's get a little technical, but stay with me. When estrogen decreases, vaginal tissue becomes thinner and less elastic. The pelvic floor muscles, which once supported arousal and orgasmic contractions, weaken. For men, lower testosterone can reduce stamina and erection firmness. But here's the beautiful thing. Muscles are trainable at any age. Every position that engages the pelvic floor, core, or inner thighs actually trains those same pleasure-supporting muscles. It's like exercise disguised as intimacy. And when both partners move together, synchronizing breathing and rhythm, it stimulates the vagus nerve, a major pathway connecting your brain and reproductive organs. Activating that nerve boosts relaxation, sensation, and even heart health. That's why couples who remain sexually active after 50 often report feeling younger, lighter, and more emotionally connected. It's not magic, it's physiology. The role of oxygen and circulation. Another secret few people talk about. Oxygen is the unsung hero of sexual vitality. When you breathe deeply, slow, full breaths during intimacy, you bring oxygen into the blood. That oxygen fuels your muscles, your heart, and yes, your sexual organs. Poor posture or shallow breathing, common during conventional positions, can actually limit oxygen flow, causing fatigue or decreased sensation. But the right positions open the diaphragm, align the pelvis, and keep circulation strong. Studies from the Journal of Sexual Medicine show that women who maintain healthy blood flow to the pelvic region have 35% higher arousal response, regardless of hormone level. So when we talk about the 4 science-proven positions, we're really talking about body alignment, breath, and circulation, all working together to unlock your natural energy. Overcoming emotional blocks. Let's also acknowledge something important. Emotional intimacy matters. After decades together, or after years of focusing on work, family, or caregiving, it's easy to lose that sensual connection, and sometimes shame creeps in. You might think, I'm too old for this, or my body isn't what it used to be. But Dr. Monroe reminds her patients of this truth. Your body isn't betraying you, it's inviting you to rediscover it. When you shift your mindset from performance to presence, everything changes. Pleasure becomes less about chasing a result and more about exploring sensation. That's why couples who practice these techniques often say, we feel closer than we have in years. The science backs it up. Here's what modern research tells us. Women who engage in slow, intentional lovemaking, focusing on rhythm and breath, experience a 42% increase in orgasm intensity compared to those rushing through the act. Positions that keep the pelvis open and hips elevated increase blood flow and nerve stimulation to the clitoral and G-spot regions. Emotional safety, built through touch, eye contact, and relaxation, triggers oxytocin, known as the bonding hormone, which amplifies satisfaction and trust. These findings show what Dr. Monroe teaches daily. Great intimacy after 50 isn't luck. It's strategy backed by science. So, as we move into the next part, the 4 proven positions, remember this. You don't need to be flexible like a yoga instructor. You don't need to chase the past. You simply need to understand your body's new language. Because once you do, your pleasure, confidence, and connection can not only return, they can grow stronger than ever before. All right, now that you understand why pleasure can fade after 50, let's talk about how to bring it back. These are the 4 science-backed positions that Dr. Melissa Monroe recommends for mature couples, designed to boost circulation, protect the joints, and reignite deep, satisfying pleasure. First, the elevated embrace. This is a modified version of the traditional missionary, but with a supportive twist. Place a soft pillow or wedge under the woman's hips. This slight lift tilts the pelvis upward, improving blood flow and direct stimulation of the G spot. It also takes pressure off the lower back and allows deeper, more comfortable penetration, especially helpful for women with reduced flexibility or vaginal dryness. Breathe slowly together, keeping eye contact. The emotional connection enhances oxytocin release, your natural bonding hormone. Second, the side-by-side harmony. Think of this as intimacy in slow motion. Both partners lie on their sides facing each other with the woman's top leg draped over her partner's hip. This position reduces strain on the knees and hips while encouraging gentle rocking motions. Because the angle is more shallow, it stimulates external nerves and increases clitoral sensitivity, perfect for those who struggle with deep positions. Many couples find this one deeply emotional because it allows whispering, touching, and staying connected, heart to heart. Third, the chair connection. Have the man sit on a sturdy chair or edge of the bed, feet flat on the floor. The woman sits facing him, wrapping her legs around his waist. This upright posture helps both partners control rhythm and pressure. The position naturally aligns pelvic angles for maximum clitoral contact and boosts blood circulation. It's also easier on the back and provides incredible intimacy, chest to chest, breath to breath. Fourth, the pillow bridge. Lie flat on your back and place two soft pillows under your pelvis. This creates a gentle arch that opens the vaginal canal and directs stimulation upward. It's excellent for women with weaker pelvic floors or dryness issues, as it enhances natural lubrication. Try contracting your pelvic muscles lightly during each motion. This strengthens them and increases intensity. Perform any of these positions 2 to 3 times a week, focusing on slow rhythm, deep breathing, and mutual comfort. Over time, these movements retrain your nerves, strengthen your muscles, and, most importantly, bring pleasure back into focus naturally. If you're over 50 and feeling disconnected from your body or partner, please know this: you are not alone. Dr. Melissa Monroe has worked with hundreds of women and men who felt the same frustration: the loss of desire, the stiffness, the self-doubt. Many believed intimacy was something that simply fades away with age. But what we now know, backed by science and lived experience, is that pleasure doesn't disappear. It just waits for you to rediscover it. When you give your body patience, movement, and mindful connection, it responds beautifully. Your muscles remember. Your nerves reawaken. Your confidence returns. So, if it's been months, or even years, since you felt that spark, don't give up. Start small. Try one of the gentle positions we discussed. Focus on feeling, not performance. Let laughter, curiosity, and affection lead the way. Every slow breath, every touch, every moment of connection sends a powerful message to your brain. I am alive. I am worthy of pleasure. Age does not close the door on intimacy, it opens a new one. One built on trust, wisdom, and self-acceptance. Dr. Monroe often tells her patients, your body has changed, yes, but it hasn't betrayed you. It's asking you to love it in a new way. You deserve that love. You deserve that joy. And with awareness and compassion, you can reclaim both. Starting today. If this message resonated with you, take a gentle step forward. Not just for your relationship, but for yourself. Share this video with someone who might need a little reminder that passion after 50 is absolutely possible. You never know whose confidence and joy you might reignite. And if you found today's insights helpful, be sure to subscribe to Dr. Melissa Monroe's channel for more doctor-approved natural remedies and senior wellness tips. Each week, Dr. Monroe brings you simple, science-backed ways to boost energy, intimacy, and vitality, all without pills or pressure. Because aging isn't about decline, it's about refinement. Your body still holds incredible wisdom. It just needs the right guidance to unlock it again. Stay tuned. In our next video, Dr. Monroe reveals 3 everyday foods that secretly lower testosterone and drain your energy. You don't want to miss that one.